In just hours, Luigi Mangione heads back to court in New York City as his lawyers fight to keep crucial evidence out of his upcoming murder trial.
So this follows testimony from two correction officers who guarded the accused killer's cell after his arrest at a Pennsylvania McDonald's.
Eric Shawn joins us from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan with the latest for us. Hey, Eric.
Hey, good morning, Ainsley and guys. Well, Luigi Mangione was a chatterbox. We are learning a lot more about the accused killer as his lawyers try to get key evidence against him thrown out of court. On the stand, there were two correctional officers from Pennsylvania who guarded him at the Huntington Correctional Facility in Pennsylvania after his arrest in Altoona. They testified about their interactions with the wealthy Ivy League graduate while he was behind bars. They portrayed Luigi as an amiable prisoner who talked about his travels, books, and the differences between public and private health insurance. Prosecutors say Mangione's complaints about the country's health industry was behind his killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson because he thought insurance companies often deny patients' claims. Corrections Officer Tomas Rivers testified that Mangione wanted to know how he was being portrayed in the media, if the media focused on the crime or his cause. He said Mangione talked about traveling to Vietnam and Thailand and told him he was attacked in a gang bar fight by a group of transgender women at one point. And he said Mangione also recommended reading books by George Orwell, Aldous Huxley, and Henry David Thoreau. You know, they are authors who are known for dealing with totalitarian oversight of society and resistance to unjust government policies. He also said Mangione was disappointed that he was being compared in the media to Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, even though Mangione had read Kaczynski's manifesto, Industrial Society and Its Future, that raged against modern technology. He also said he was ordered to keep a close eye on him because jail administrators, quote, did not want an Epstein situation. That a reference, of course, to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, who authorities say died by him committing suicide in jail in 2019. Another corrections officer testified that at one point Mangione told him that he had in his possession at one point a 3D printed gun. That's important because police in Altoona said they did recover a 3D printed pistol from his backpack. The NYPD says that ballistics matched the gun that was used to kill Thompson. The defense, though, wants to try and get that thrown out, that search warrant not given until 7 hours after that. So the hearing continues today, should last through the rest of the week. Back to
report,
you, Mr.
Eric.
Very thorough.
Yeah, thanks so much. Great.
Interesting.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.